In today's Health Spot, we're talking about a doctor forever changed by not one, but two terrifying medical emergencies.
And now he's making it his mission to raise awareness for sudden cardiac arrest with his book, Clear Living the Life You Didn't Dream of. Or I guess I should say that better. Clear. Like, you know, when someone has a heart attack. Living the life. The great title, though. Joining us now, Dr. Herman Williams. So tell us about your story, because when you were 31 years old, you're about to achieve all your dreams of becoming an orthopedic surgeon, and then everything changes.
Yeah, so I was blessed to get into med school, and then I set a super goal for myself to be an orthopedic surgeon. Got into an orthopedic residency and was actually submitted my application for sports medicine fellowship, and then a month later was playing basketball and dropped dead on the court.
So this was sudden cardiac arrest. What exactly is that?
Well, it almost is what it says. It's just suddenly you have a rhythmic disturbance in your heart, and this should be held in distinction between a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. A cardiac arrest is an electrical event. So you have an electrical event, irregular heartbeat, can't send enough blood to brain and body, and you collapse.
You said you dropped dead, so literally...
Literally dropped dead. The only wonderful thing about that day, well, there were two. One, I brought my wife, who screamed at the top of her lungs while everybody else was playing basketball. And two, I was on an anesthesia basketball team. So there were four anesthesiologists
Wow.
who ran and got, into action right away and saved me.
But you're 31 years old, so talk about, like, are there the symptoms leading up to it?
Good question. So later we would find, because at that time there were no tests, but we found I had a genetic rare heart disease. But symptoms can be lightheadedness, rapid heart rates. If you have those kind of symptoms, you certainly want to get them checked out.
Besides those signs, are there any other risk factors that could lead to this?
Yeah, good question. So there are risk factors that are very similar to heart attacks. So high blood pressure, coronary artery disease, diabetes. Those are the same risk factors for sudden cardiac arrest. And actually, a large percentage of people who have heart attacks go on to be at risk for sudden cardiac arrest.
How do you know that you are at risk for this, though? Because you're so young. Is this something that you would even ask a doctor? Who do you ask?
Yeah, it's a silent disease. It happens in a lot of athletes, but it's something that, I wouldn't suggest you just do a random test. But if you have rapid heart rates, where you feel your heart suddenly speed up, or if you feel like you're going to be lightheaded, those are the key symptoms. Or if you're at risk, someone else in your family has had a sudden cardiac arrest, you should definitely get worked up.
So you've written a book about this, but you also came up with something called the kindness scale. What exactly is that?
Yes, so I had a bit of an epiphany. Not only did I have a cardiac arrest, but I also had a stroke. I lost my voice for 3 days, and during that period of time, I just figured, why is all this happening to me? My voice miraculously came back, and I decided I was going to devote myself to being kind, to help people with the gift that I've been given, which is the gift of life. And so I wrote a scale, because some people want to know, how can I be kind? I've written a scale that starts with the most basic level of kindness, that's a smile, all the way up to the most sophisticated act of kindness, which is CPR, which I've been a recipient of twice.
Yeah.
So it's a gradated scale, so people can say, I'm going to do 3 level 1s or 1 level 2 or whatever. You can actually set some goals for yourself on being kind.
So you dropped dead once, and you dropped dead twice.
Yes, I dropped dead a second time. I was in the airport. This was 2 years ago, after I thought I sort of mastered all this. And another gentleman who, by the way, I was kind enough, when I walked in, I said, hi, how are you? He said, oh, good morning. Little did I know that was the guy that was going to end up giving me CPR 10 minutes later.
Are you an orthopedic surgeon?
I am an orthopedic surgeon.
Okay.
Yes.
So you did live to live your dream.
Well, I did get to live my dream, but I did not get to move on into sports medicine. I wanted to come back and be the team doctor for the LA Lakers someday, but I guess I'll just keep watching it on TV.
I think you had a higher purpose.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your book is amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So you can learn more about Dr. Williams at clearlivingthelife.com, and you can buy his book right now on Amazon. Thanks so much for coming in. I definitely learned something new today.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my honor. Thank you.
The kindness scale starts with a smile. Remember that.